visiting London in 1999 as a tourist. I was over in the area of visiting and taking pictures in Greenwich, England, which is across the Thames River from London. And I came across this church. I thought it was pretty magnificent, so I took a picture of it. I never thought any more of it. I just had a picture of the outside, and then I was going through recently the pictures of that time, and I saw it, and I looked up what the name of the church was, the cathedral, and it was called Saint Alfege. And I said to myself, you know, Saint Alfege, he must have done something pretty spectacular to get this beautiful church named after him. So I decided to look up the story of Saint Alfege. Well, Alfege was born in England about 1000 BI. BI is before the internet. So he was born about 1000 BI. And he became a hermit. He was from a wealthy family, became a hermit, then a priest, and he had quite a following. And eventually he became the Archbishop of Canterbury. Well, as great as being the Archbishop of Canterbury is, I don't think that's enough to make you a saint. So there had to be more than being the Archbishop of Canterbury to make him a saint. Well, what made him a saint was, at that time, around 1000 BI, there were Danish raiders on the coast of England, around Kent. And you know the Danes, you can't trust them. Don't turn your back on a Dane. Well, I'm just kidding you. I don't know any Danes, but I'm sure they're great people. Anyways, there were raiders, and one of Alfege's friends, associates, turned him in to these Dane raiders. And they eventually captured Alfege. And they took him over to Greenwich. They held him for 6 months. And the Danes wanted a ransom of 3,000. Now it doesn't say 3,000 what? I don't know, it's $3,000 or 3,000 yen. But anyways, they want 3,000 of something. And Alfege wrote, I guess, to his people, or sent a message, don't bail me out. You can't afford it. It's too much money. So after 6 months in captivity with the Danes, they finally gave up on him. They said, we got to kill this guy. So what they did is they got ox bones and axe handles, and they beat him with them. And they beat him so bad that one of the leaders of the Danes took pity on him and hit him in the head with an axe. Well, I don't know what kind of pity that is to hit somebody in the head with an axe, but that was at that time called Danish pity. And that still is horrific, but that doesn't make him a saint. But what made him a saint is when they cried out to him, they said, give us gold, give us gold. And he said, the gold I give you is the word of God. And then of course they went into the beating of him. Well, that would make him a saint. Almost. Getting very close. But what actually made him a saint was one of the Danes took one of their oars and dipped it into Alfege's blood. And a miracle happened. The ore started to sprout as if it was a young green tree. It was sprouting. And that is the miracle that made Alfege a saint. And another great person of that time who canonized him said that anyone who dies for justice dies for God. So I thought that was a very interesting story of Saint Alfege of Greenwich, England. And there's always a story behind something when you look for it.